secret, so that you will understand very clearly what the source of this knowledge was, and more specifically, you begin to understand how you can apply this information in your life. See, knowledge means nothing if you can't find practical ways to incorporate this information into your life on a daily basis, and within 30 days you should be able to see demonstrated proof that this knowledge is working in your life. If you can't do that, if you can't see that, then you need to throw that away and put it aside and search for something else that will give you what you need in order to negotiate life. So we're going to take this approach in examining the secret. And it's a two-part presentation. It's a little lengthy, but I think you all can tolerate it. It's a little lengthy. I want to break things down. I like to use a lot of visuals. I've got an audio track that I'm going to share with you. I've got a clip from a television program I want to share with you. I got a clip from a movie to show you that the secret ain't new. The secret has been in use for quite some time. We just didn't know that it was a secret. And we're going to take a little break. I'm going to share with you the second part of the presentation, and then I'll finish up and we'll open the floor for questions. Okay, so that's the program for this afternoon. And we're going to essentially do this program with a PowerPoint presentation so that you can understand not just the concepts that I'll be talking about verbally, but I also want you to be able to see the images and understand how the images relate to history and culture, and put the two together so that you can know. It's not about guessing. It's not about hoping. It's not about wishing. It is about knowing, because knowledge rules the world. It always has and always will. So our goal should be to acquire knowledge. And it is the continual application of knowledge over an extended period of time which results in wisdom. So we're going to be dealing with these two things this afternoon. Is that okay? All right, good. So, was that explanation about that I said okay, Brother Kaka? Right. So, this is a miniature version of our that I said. How many of y'all recognize that music? Okay. 1966, the television program Star Trek introduced us to a concept. That concept was space, the final frontier. Well, today, scientists have voiced a different opinion as a result of study and research. They now realize that the final frontier is not outer space. The final frontier is inner space. More specifically, the final frontier is the mind. Right? So the latest brain research suggests that your mind is like a starship. Your thoughts are an endless fuel supply. And your consciousness is the captain of this mighty vessel. And under your command, your mind can take you where you have never gone before. Right. So this unique vision of the future, of our future, what's happening right now, has been supported by neurologists and quantum physicists who have made incredible gains in brain science and the studies of human perception just within the last 10 years. And so what we find now is that what was once considered science fiction is now regarded as science fact. This book, What the Bleep Do We Know? This book and the DVD is of significance to everybody in this room. I don't know how many of you all saw the movie when it was out several years ago, but you need to either rent or purchase the DVD. And it's advisable to purchase the book so that you can, on your own time, at your own pace, begin to understand some of these heavy concepts, which Physicists are just now beginning to realize that these concepts are as old as time. And it is these concepts which will now change our perception of reality. So we are standing at the threshold of a new frontier. We need to get ready for this, right? It is a fact. Neurologists now know that the average person uses less than 5% of their brain. The average person uses less than 5% of their brain. Neurologists now know that our brains process 400 billion bits of information every second. But we are only conscious of 2,000 bits of information per second. Understand the disparity. So this is the equivalent of a person being conscious, awake, walking, talking, doing all the things that we do in a conscious state, only doing them 1 hour of every day and being comatose 23 hours of every day for the rest of their lives. That's where we are right now. We think we're all that. So, I want you to understand another fact. Physicists have recently discovered that 95% of outer space is empty. 95% of space. You can look up and you get away from the city and go out into the country where stray lights from the city won't dampen your view of the nighttime sky, and you will see stars everywhere. You see the moon, you see planets, but 95% of what is out there is empty space. And this empty space is referred to as dark matter. They call it dark matter because it's unknown. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's composed of, but they know it's everywhere. Now, scientists have also discovered that 95% of atoms, which comprise everything that we know in the material universe and the physical universe, 95% of all atoms is also empty space. And these atoms, this empty space, is also a form of dark matter. Okay? Scientists were shocked to discover in recent years that particles within dark matter can be manipulated by human thought. That examining these particles, the only time they appear is when they thought about them. So we're on the verge of a whole new frontier. Scientists are becoming aware that there is a new reality. They're becoming aware of the unlimited potential that exists within the mind. And at the same time, advances in brain research now indicate how little these great scientists really know about reality, really know about consciousness, really know about the mind. Philosophically speaking, we know that there are known knowns. There are things that we know we know. There are also known unknowns. Things that we know that we don't know. But there are also unknown unknowns. Things that we don't know that we don't even know we don't know. Let me give you a metaphor to explain this philosophical concept. I want to make it plain. I want to make it plain because I want to illustrate the scope of this new frontier of human potentiality. All right? If we were to distill the essence of human consciousness as it exists right now, you were to distill it in a measurable form, say water, it would fill a thimble. That represents the known knowns. The known unknowns will be the equivalent of taking that thimble full of water and pouring it into an 8-ounce glass of water. But the unknown unknowns, the things that we don't know, that we